This was his route into Mosul, past border post buildings obliterated by IS fighters. This was once the internationally recognised frontier between Syria and Iraq. Now IS territory straddles both states. Mosul, Iraq's second biggest city, is IS Heartland. No Westerner has been here since they took over. Jürgen Todenhöfer found IS fighters busy entrenching a brutal bureaucracy, apparently unperturbed by the threat of coalition airstrikes. The city's been emptied of Christians and Shia Muslims who fled in terror. Everyone left must abide by strict Sharia law. He found women virtually invisible, forced to cover their entire bodies. Men are even instructed on how to position themselves when they pray. Now safely back home, he told me of a terrifying trip.
I thought I would meet a brutal terrorist group, and I met a brutal country. The leaders or fighters of a very brutal and very powerful country.
In Mosul, he heard that police no longer need to carry out violent punishments. Fear, it seems, is a powerful deterrent. The local police chief claimed that Mosul was now the safest place on earth. Todenhöfer had negotiated access with the German jihadi for months, managing to get paperwork from the so-called Office of the Caliph, promising his safety.
I had the impression that they want to show that their Islamic State is working.
He saw how they're pumping out propaganda.
These are new brochures which explain to the population of Mosul, of the Islamic State, how to treat slaves, how to treat women, how to pray, and so on.
Women are left in no doubt how they must dress. Children who should be in school carry arms for the so-called caliphate. But it was not what he saw that disturbed him most, but what the jihadis said to him, the scale of their ambition for what he calls religious cleansing, their enthusiasm to kill.
And sometimes some fighters have been very hostile. And they said to a German fighter, I made an interview with him, we like you. You, and they showed to me, we will never shake hands with you.
Todenhöfer says he encountered militants from all over the world, that they're spread out over the city and no longer travelling in convoys to avoid airstrikes. And he says they're being bolstered all the time by new recruits, an enemy that will be extremely difficult to fight. Hawley, BBC News.